And this is something that's really affected the sport of pickleball. So originally, the ball was this ball here. This is a Cosom Fun Play ball, baseball size, not made by any pickleball manufacturer whatsoever, never even made in the thought of using for the sport of pickleball. But when the inventors, Joel Pritchard and Barney and his gang, invented the sport, this ball was available in the neighbor's yard, or that's kind of how the story goes. And they used this ball with wooden paddles that they had just cut out in their shop. So this ball was the only ball in pickleball for most of the, this is in 50 years now, going on 51 years of pickleball. This one is the one that was used in all our beginning when we sanctioned the sport, indoors and outdoors. This was the only ball. So it's kind of ironic it wasn't made by any pickleball company. It's fairly soft, that warm outside, so it's kind of soft. It's much slower than what most of the country plays with when they play with a hard outdoor ball. Again, this is played indoors and out. We wouldn't even sanction any other ball. About late 80s, early 90s, came out with this ball, a harder ball. Now, there's different brands, but this is probably a Duraball. Slightly bigger, more holes, smaller holes, heavier, and much harder. So you can push a little bit on it today, but with Wes, when we play with this ball, it's a rock. We hate it when it's cold, no control. I also hate it when you're playing a tournament where it's cool in the morning and it's hard like a rock. Then later in the afternoon, it softens up like this one. It's like two different sports in one day. We did not the first rule. And the story goes that when they were playing, and this is what made the sport catch on, is all the outdoor play in places like Surprise, Arizona. Maybe if Bob Youngren sees this anywhere, he could respond. But they were playing a tournament using this ball because this was the only ball accepted outdoors at Happy Trails in Surprise. And it was so windy, Bob threw this ball in, and people thought, hey, it gets through the wind better. And that's what became now the outdoor ball.
So Pickleball Inc. developed that ball, but they didn't develop it for tournament play. They just developed it to sell to pickleball players.
They publicized this as the only pickleball. And so this was supposed to be used indoors and outdoors. Indoors, this is horrible. If you play this on a wood floor or a tile floor, the rallies are awful.
How about on a carpeted floor? How about a carpeted floor or rubber floor?
Not indoors. It wouldn't be as good as this. The rallies are not as good as with this indoors. Period. In fact, you're going to get longer rallies everywhere with this ball, unless it's windy, even outdoors.
So when you say it's terrible indoors, that just means that the power player gets an advantage because they can whip it across the surface.
It won't be the sport that as pickleball, where you have long rallies and dinking. It's just indoors on wood, just be bang, bang. But pickleball made this ball to sell to everyone, and all the schools were, unfortunately, and I was a PE teacher during that time, schools were buying this and using it in PE, and the kids were having a hard time. Kids to learn, in fact, anybody to learn pickleballs with a slower indoor ball. So that's what happened there, and this is still the ball used in a lot of outdoor tournaments. But when it's hot and soft, it plays pretty well. But like we have here in the Northwest, it's like a rock. So the new balls that are coming out soon will look like this. And this will be out, the date set is August 1st. I can't wait. This is an Onyx ball. It's called the Pier 2. Actually, this one I have holding my hand is the Pier 1. So the first attempt they made at making a better outdoor ball, and it bounced too high. This is legal right now, but it won't be legal soon. I can tell you the bounce rates in just a second. But you can tell this is much softer, more control, but it's still heavy and goes through the wind well. So, and it doesn't break. I would say it lasts 15 times longer than a Duraball. So I think this is probably going to take over the outdoor play. It's still not good indoors. It's too heavy and too fast. but they will be making an indoor ball too.